This is your past, and you got the Empress. The Empress is all about feminine energy. Um, in the past, it seems that you took the feminine approach to a situation. And by feminine energy, I usually mean, or usually means like being sensual, nurturing, beautiful, and combining like beauty and happiness to create luxury. So, like being in tune with nature, um, nurturing the people you care about, and doing so in a like sensual way, like a very emotional and not like a brutal way, but sensual. Okay, now I think we're getting somewhere because it seems that your conscious mind is the Queen of Pentacles, which means that um you on the on the surface level of your mind, you're very practical and nurturing. You're a motherly person. Um you are connected to the natural world and the outdoors, and you are bringing your nurturing and understanding to provide for other people. So if I were to connect the cards that we had so far, it seems that you you're very balanced and even tempered because other people are relying on you to do so.
Nope.
But subconsciously your patience is kind of wearing thin,
Oh,
and it is causing you to want to abandon them deep down, even though on the surface you don't. And it even seems like you shouldn't abandon them. Like the spirits don't want you to. But it does seem that like you may be taking on too much, and your patience is wearing thin because of it. And it may not be you taking on too much. It could just be like your environment, but something is causing your patience to wear thin.
and I oop.
Now your future, you got the 8 of Swords upside down. So usually this card means being imprisoned by some sort of self-imposed restriction, being isolated. But you got it upside down, so that means that you are going to break free from this self-imposed restriction in the future. You're going to free yourself from some sort of restricted thinking pattern that you've had and get out of this mental rut, because you're going to begin thinking differently and empower yourself. Now, this is card number 7. This represents you right now. So right now, um, usually what this card means is some sort of disagreement, a 5 of Wands, something that's causing tension and conflict, opposing ideas or motivations. Um, Whenever you get upside down, though, that means that there probably was this going on, like some sort of tension, but it's finally ending. Either you just avoided it or you came to some sort of like agreement, or you settled your differences. But it could also mean an inner conflict. And I kind of feel like that's what it means for you because of these your opposing subconscious and conscious cards. I think you are going through some sort of inner conflict that you aren't really disclosing to other people. Like you've been sacrificing too much of yourself for the sake of others. And it seems like you're going to break free from that in the future and empower yourself and turn that energy inwards instead of towards everybody else. So that's just me trying to connect the cards and trying to interpret. I'm not entirely sure if that's what it means. But I'm giving you the meaning of the cards regardless, so hopefully you can figure it out. This is your environment. This is your physical setting, friends, family, or business associates. So it seems like the people around you are following a routine. They've been working hard. They're showing unwavering dedication to detail and getting the job done. They're delaying gratification. They've been working diligently towards a goal and being responsible, which this might be the reason why you're subconsciously also the Eight of Cups upside down, because routine can kind of drive a person crazy sometimes and make you want to give up on something, especially if you're unable to reach that goal in like a timely manner. This is your hopes or fears. I think this is a fear because you got the Queen of Swords upside down. So what that means is your emotions are, well, you fear that your emotions are going to get in the way of your mental clarity and make it so that you can't make decisions. So basically, I feel like you're kind of keeping your emotions at bay. Like that's why you got the Temperance card as your overall card, and then the King of Cups is your obstacle. Is because you fear your emotions in a way. Like if you listen to your emotions too much, you fear what will happen or what decisions you'll make. Also, it could mean that unwanted influences could prevent your decision making. So you could be fearing that as well. That like you're letting people make your decisions for you too much. And this final card is your final outcome, which is the Ace of Wands. So, how will things play out ultimately, and what will matter most at the end? The Ace of Wands is all about inspiration, about some sort of new beginning that has a lot of powerful desires behind it, a lot of ambition, a lot of inspiration, a lot of potential, a lot of creativity. So it does seem that you are going to have some sort of new start, and that you are going to start some sort of new conquest or follow some sort of new possibility. But you do have like a lot of inspiration behind it. It has a lot of potential, and it does make you very creative. So I think this mental breakthrough that you're going to have, that's going to make it so that you get out of this rut, it's going to lead you to a place where you're really following your own inspiration, and you're going to be really passionate about it.
Ah! What I miss?
Oh, holy
Fuck,
shit.
sorry.
You scared me.
Shit. Really blacked out.
Like screamed at the end of her reading.
Oh man. I'm so sorry, man. Fuck.
The timing. Does that make sense to you?
A lot of it does, yeah.
Okay, good.
It's gonna be for you. I think that's enough. I think. If I did math right.
Oh, yeah.
Witness me.
Whoa. That's a cool mask.
Witness me.
Oh my.
That's a cool outfit. The fuck?
What a day. What a lovely day.
Reminds me of
War, dude.
who were they? Like the Wastelanders? Is that who it was that was up here a
Yeah.
long time ago?
It
Yeah.
kinda does. Well,
Witness.
is there anything else that you need?
No, it was just that.
Okay. Let me know if you need anything else in the future.
We'll do, Insong.
And I hope everything works out. It seems like it's going to, though.
Yeah, as long as I stay out of prison for as long as possible, I think we're gonna be looking good.
Life is great.
Are you making fun of me?
Okay. If you missed the beginning of the reading because I wasn't streaming it yet, I know Charlie Blossom's streaming, so you can go check it out from her perspective. Finally got Veronica that tarot card reading, and oh boy, if that was not indicative of her mental status at the moment. Why are there so many dead cormorants? What the fuck? But it was definitely indicative of her current mental status of just the outward facing and the inward emotions. V actually had... She and Duke need to finish the conversation they were having last night. But she did open up a bit about how bad her mental state actually is right now. Because it's been a lot of things, like small things, just piling up. Of like the Casey stuff, and then Mason dealing with Phoenix's death, and just the everything. Alice having been missing. There's just a lot that mentally. Oh yeah, and the lighthouse notes. She's reasonably certain at this point that PD takes them. Lane mentioned last night about the body having been dropped at the lighthouse and that there have been notes there, and Veronica completely blanched. Because she's like, she knows that those were likely her notes because she went the other day and her notes were gone. So she's like, oh god. One of those notes had my full name attached to it. Because she signed it Veronica in parentheses Westfield Calaway. Because legally in Los Santos her name hasn't changed, right? She is still Veronica Westfield in almost every aspect. I mean, it doesn't necessarily point to Mason. Because it just indicates, yeah, they're married. What the fuck? Are y'all seeing this too? Hold on. I mean, we were out here yesterday and we saw a PD boat. How did that deer get there? looked at that deer. What the fuck am I witnessing? What am I witnessing right now? What is going on? How did the deer get there? Is this like the mountain lion that's in the water down south? Except I've never seen a deer out there. What is this buck doing? I just want to see where he ends up. Forget what I was talking about. This is more interesting. And here we have a buck in its unnatural habitat, the ocean. Is it trying to ocean? Did someone ocean dump it? But yeah, no, Veronica is a little bit worried about the fact that it was likely her notes that were on that scene. Because she's like, but I didn't do it. It actually wasn't me. Belle also wants to talk to Veronica, about what happened to Ember. And Veronica... Yeah, they did. Lane and Wade. There's gonna be a discussion with the club about whether or not they can take a plea deal. Personally, I see Veronica kind of being like, look, I did it. We all know I did it. If the smarter idea is taking the plea deal, I'll take the plea deal, but Veronica also doesn't mind taking whatever comes from going to court. Like, she acknowledges that there were a lot of little fuck-ups with how they handled things. Veronica, as far as I can recall, had no idea that Mason didn't anonymously 911. So it was a lot of those smaller things that people didn't realize or know about that kind of fuck things up. Flynn, Flynn's in hot water. Because Flynn fucking tried to admit to it. That he did the whole thing. I haven't looked at my god. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Alright. Let's sit, shall we? Pretend this is Veronica printed out the docket filing, and she totally has her backpack with her. Because I can't have her wear a backpack and the fucking... I can't have her wear the backpack and the cut. It's annoying. It's annoying, man. Alright, People's A. Casey case. People's A. Autopsy report. People's B. We'll see. At least I only got up to like L. Yeah, like I'm trying to... Flynn has always been protective of Veronica. I want to see the Alessandra's kidnapping scene report. Equals F. E. But Wade made the point last night. That the difference was Helen was alive. Oh yeah, it's a phone subpoena, so we don't really need to worry about that. Notes from Veronica Westfield. Olds J. I just really... If it goes to trial and not a plea deal, I want it to be Grayson. I mean, here's the thing. Veronica understands that Charlotte is doing her job. So I don't think Veronica faults Charlotte for that. You know? I don't think she can fault Charlotte for doing her job. Alright. Window capture. So, can you guys see that all right? All right. Let's go through this together. This is the primary report. Don't know what that says because of how it was exported, I think. All suspects are to be placed on a 24-hour hold. Well, no confirmation on Flynn. Casings and projectile recovered. Owner Maisie Lawrence, not reported stolen, found on a beach after Mason Calaway 911. But a white car just fucking sent it into the water. You guys didn't see it. I don't know who it is, but they just fucking sent their car off the cliff into the fucking water. Anyway. I don't know who it was. Anyway. DNA on scene. Mason Calaway. Suspects. Veronica Westfield. First degree murder. Lynn Bobarge text show V and him had a package for Mason Calaway and told Mason to call V, him calling Veronica Westfield. Raiders took Casey. Veronica is with the Raiders, confirmed. Raiders kidnapped Casey from Chumash, their turf. Alessandra's blood found on scene. Notes from VW stating they left Casey's body for Norman at the lighthouse. VW being Veronica Westfield, further notes provide association and evidence of it being Veronica Westfield. Veronica addresses Alessandra as Casey. A knife and SIM card was left for Spade and Sandy Shores. Veronica Westfield and Alessandra Casey DiLorenzo's DNA being found on it. Alessandra's blood on the blade, Veronica's on the handle. Alessandra had kidnapped and murdered Dust Slate and used this to haunt Veronica, providing motive. There was no justification for this murder. There was no excuse. There was premeditation. Fuck you, Charlotte. There was justification. There was 15 years of justification. What the fuck is going on down there? In report 15010, Veronica mentioned to Spade that she would kill Casey if she found her. Married / dating Mason Calaway, hence being an old lady for the Raiders. I'm sorry, I'm getting so distracted by things that are happening over at the lighthouse. Acts of torture. Alessandra was stabbed 10 plus times with a knife, intestines hanging out on scene. Doctors saying these wounds were approximately 30 minutes old. Alessandra had a smiling face carved into her face. Alessandra was shot in the head. Anonymous 911 for Spade assisted Spade in locating a knife and SIM card, the knife having dried blood on the blade belonging to Alessandra Casey DiLorenzo, and a slight trace of DNA belonging to Veronica Westfield on the handle. I have a way we could approach that in court. It's gonna be flimsy as fuck. Interestingly, we'll get to this when we get to the autopsy. Kidnapping. Limbo Barge's text show V and him had a package for Mason Calaway and told Mason to call V, calling Veronica Westfield. A lot of the same. From above, felony obstruction of justice. Veronica was assisting Spade in the investigation into Dust Slate's kidnapping, providing evidence of Alessandra Casey DiLorenzo being involved. They talked about this a little bit last night. About, maybe we don't report this stuff to PD going forward. But the only reason Veronica got PD involved is because it involved a government employee. If Dust hadn't been an EMS, Veronica probably wouldn't have reported it. She probably would have been out looking herself. Veronica chose to take matters into her own hands, murdering Alessandra, meaning Alessandra will never be charged for the murder of Dust Slate. Now, Mason's looking at first-degree murder, acts of torture, accessory to kidnapping, and felony obstruction. A lot of it is the same stuff that was found above. Flynn is all accessory except for the kidnapping and felony obstruction. And for kidnapping, it's because his vehicle is there. He texted. This is the amusing part. Flynn took Alessandra from Too Much to the lighthouse. They don't know about the swap in the swamp. Because there was the swap in the swamp. Let's see. Charges. First degree murder. Alessandra sustained injuries that she could not survive. On scene, Spade found her with multiple stab wounds to her front and back. Her intestines were hanging out of her body. Her head had multiple gunshot wounds, with her brain matter being exposed. Her mouth had been cut to look like a smiley face. The person that did this did not 911 and left the body unattended. What? I 911! This was an attack. This attack was in pure malice. Veronica had mentioned to Senior Officer Charlotte Spade on the 6th of November 2024 that she would murder Alessandra Casey DiLorenzo if she was found. Alessandra was on scene. As evidence shows, her blood is on scene, and a witness mentioned she had been kidnapped, as it was described as the raiders before her passing. Mason Calaway's blood was found on the scene of Alessandra's murder. Mason is part of the Raiders MC. Alessandra was taken from Great Ocean Highway, Chumash, and transported to the lighthouse against her will and murdered. Alessandra was believed to be in possession of Dust Slate and Dust Slate's cell phone after Dust had been kidnapped and declared missing for weeks. Whoever killed Alessandra had taken her to seek their own justice. Hi, Bayou. Impeding on an investigation to retrieve Dust Slate alive. The murderer killed the police suspect and removed 2 SIM cards from both of their phones, which PD needed to further their investigation. Dust Slate was later pronounced deceased. If the individuals who took Alessandra had reported their sightings or her whereabouts, PD could have potentially saved Dust. No, they could not have. Given that Dust had a pulse on scene and passed away at the hospital. These individuals removed 2 SIM cards, Alessandra's firearm, and also hid the gun that shot Alessandra from officers. All evidence was returned by Mason Calaway. Acts of torture. EMS autopsy report 15364 from Dr. Skip and EMS Josh Grimm claims that there were 10 plus stab wounds that Dr. Skip can estimate were done around 30 minutes before Alessandra passed away. This would mean that Alessandra was alive when this attack was done. Alessandra also had a smiley face carved into the side of her mouth. This would fall under an inhumane act of intentionally causing suffering or serious injury to a person's body or mental health. The way that this report is 8 fucking pages. Charlotte's statement. Spade was at the hospital when a call came in at the lighthouse about a body being left there. Spade headed straight to the lighthouse, McNulty arriving first. McNulty stated the body was pretty dead on arrival. McNulty documented this scene while Spade attempted to identify the downed individual, finding it to be Alessandra Casey DiLorenzo. Alessandra was found with lacerations to the mouth like a smiley face, gunshot wounds to the head, with her brains exposed, multiple stab wounds to her chest, and her intestines were hanging out inseam. Spade put on gloves and relocated the body parts back into the body, wrapping it with bandages so Spade could securely move the patient to land for EMS. Another call came in for EMS stating someone was in need of help. There was only one active EMS unit, so Spade broke them off to maintain the life for someone with a pulse. And Spade transported Alessandra's body to the hospital. Yes. Dr. Skip announced them dead on arrival. Savannah Wells and Josh Grimm assisted. Where in the report does it state that McNulty was in his box stairs when he found the bodies? I remember seeing that, man. I'm just like, what the fuck? At the hospital, EMS located what looked to be dried saliva on Alessandra's body. This is from when Mason spit on her. Spade carefully attempted to swab the saliva when running it in the lab, finding that the water had washed away the DNA. Because Mason spit on her as they walked away. EMS confirmed that Alessandra was wearing a blue wig. Tackleberry called on radio that Kenneth Jesperson was found on a scene. He had mentioned his friend Kate. They didn't redact this. I think that probably should have been redacted. I think that probably should have been redacted. I mean, they would have figured it out anyway. After DNA swapping Alessandra, it was later found that her blood was found on the kidnapping scene with the raiders. Spade located 2 phones on Alessandra. I mean, the plan has always been to kill Kenneth. What are you on about, Bayou? What are you on about? We always planned to kill Kenneth. After all of that. Kidding me? Really need more VIP slots, man. Well, this just makes it an obvious move for everyone else. Let's do it. Serial assaults and killings charge, here we come! Well, given what Veronica was told last night, that might be coming for her. Now who's at the idol? And the reason I say that is because I don't remember if she was told the night that it happened, but Lane mentioned again last night that Knox's body had been dropped at the lighthouse and that there were letters there when they did drop the body, and I'm pretty sure one of those was a letter with Veronica's full name. Anyway, back to the report. Neither having SIM cards in them. Later, after assisting with the DOAs, Spade returned to the scene and documented any further evidence that the 2 SIM cards were missing. Spade found casings on scene and documented these. She and Marshal Skylar Sparks then found some blood on the stairs behind. No, the letter with her full name was the letter to Norman. The letter to Phoenix just had the initials VC. She didn't put VW. She put VC for a reason. As nice as her letter could be to Phoenix, the VC was one last jab in death at Phoenix. Look. Look. She didn't even put Phoenix's name on it because she knows that people go out there and read it, and she knows that PD has been poking around, so she didn't want PD to have a reason to go poking around about Phoenix. So she left it as vague as she possibly could. She probably could have been a little bit more vague than she was. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. On the scene, they documented this blood and tested it at the lab at MRPD. Blood matching Mason Calaway, Veronica Westfield's partner / husband. Spade has been investigating the disappearance of Dust Slate, yada yada yada. I'm curious about why Veronica's blood was not on that scene, apparently. Locating Flynn is heavily associated with the Raiders, being caught involved in multiple crimes with Veronica Westfield. And then McNulty While patrolling Sandy Shores, McNulty responded to a 911 about a body being found at the lighthouse near Catclaw Ave. McNulty rushed to the scene, arriving first on scene and noticed somebody laying at the lighthouse door. McNulty swam across, seeing a trail of blood leading to the door, and noticed the body. McNulty rushed over to check the pulse and found on the corpse ID'd as one Alessandra Casey DiLorenzo. McNulty ordered the EMS to arrive on scene and try their best to get a pulse back as McNulty documented the scene around the lighthouse before breaking off to respond to a 911 about a body by the Zancudo River. Firearms retrieved. Now they can't prove that this firearm is Veronica's because it was a makeshift. 911 received by the lighthouse. Upon further investigation, Aaron Carter found notes and cigarettes. The notes' contents: to DS from VW, Dust, I failed you, I'm sorry, I'm so fucking sorry. She went for you because of me. I will never forgive myself for that. You didn't deserve this, you deserved better. You deserve to be able to live your life. I hope wherever you are, you find peace. Yada yada. Casey, rotten hell, you manipulative bitch. You did nothing but make my life hell for 15 years. You got what you deserved in the end. A painful death on the doorstep of death himself. I hope your eternal rest is anything but peaceful, that you rot in whatever afterlife you find yourself in. That no one remembers your name years from now. You took an innocent person from this world. Fuck you, rotten hell. P.S. Norman, I'm sorry I left a mess on your doorstep. I figured I'd deliver this one personally. Look, that can mean anything. They could mean she delivered the note personally, man. It could mean anything. It could mean absolutely anything. She could have had someone else drop off the note in the past. It doesn't mean in the mess. Maybe she dropped a bunch of cigarettes on the doorstep and didn't clean them up. To Norman from unknown. Dear Norman, I don't know much about you. I don't know if you're even real or just a myth. Sorry if you're real. Why do I feel like Flynn wrote this? I've done a lot of things recently that I never thought I would do, and I'm scared that I'm losing myself and losing everyone I care about. I don't know what kind of deals you make, but I am willing to give anything. All I want is for my friends to be happy again, even if I can't be there to see it. If you are real, if you can help, I will do whatever it takes. I don't feel like myself. I don't want it to be too late. Please help me before more people I care about have to suffer. Why do I feel like Flynn... Okay, no. Mason would not write something like this. Mason wouldn't write something like this. Flynn, absolutely. It is so possible that Flynn wrote that. It's definitely not Mason, because that's just... That is not... The voice is not Mason. The voice absolutely, though, is Flynn. I could 110% see Flynn writing something like that. Like, without a doubt. I mean, need I remind you guys? Where is it? A few days later, Flynn Babarge admitted to the murder via 911, leading to himself and Mason Calaway's phones to be subpoenaed. So you're telling me that the reason those texts came to light is because Flynn was a dum-dum and tried to admit to a murder he didn't do? This club is a mess of people trying to protect each other, and like, that's what it comes down to, right? Mason does the things that he does to protect Veronica, Veronica does the things that she does to try to protect Mason, and then Flynn does what he does to try to protect both Veronica and Mason. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Probably mostly Veronica, though. Facts. Veronica Westfield was being taunted by Alessandra Casey DiLorenzo via a kidnapped Just Slate's phone. Veronica Westfield is a part of the Raiders MC who were seen taking Alessandra Casey DiLorenzo from the Great Ocean Highway shooting scene. Veronica Westfield is partners with Mason Calaway, whose blood was found on scene. Veronica Westfield has a past with Alessandra. She was her ex-wife. In Mason Calaway and Flynn Bobarge's text, they mention that they have a package and that V has more information. Mason Calaway called Veronica Westfield shortly after. Veronica has a motive. Also mentioning that she delivered this one personally. So, I'm surprised that this got left in, considering Mason wasn't questioned. Is V Veronica Westfield's nickname? Where'd you go when you called and texted Veronica? What was the package? Why was there a pool of your blood above the steps by the lighthouse? How did did you murder her? How did you murder her? Why did you murder her? In what world do they answer those questions? You know, they never found Dust's SIM card. And Veronica is the only person that knows exactly where they are. Like, Mason has an idea, because he watched her drop it, but that SIM card is so fucking corroded and corrupted at this point. Did they put the Dust Slate report in? Yes, they did. I haven't taken a look at that one yet. Look at all of this. You know what happened. This is Veronica's makeshift. Unable to locate SIM on phone database. It was Casey's SIM. Phone subpoena. Casey's corpse on scene. Crazy. Lighthouse scene. See, Veronica's confused about this because that's not where she punched Mason. She punched Mason on the stairs leading back up to the house. PC, unknown SIM. Oh wait, I already went through this once. Did he? I don't remember. And if I don't remember, then Veronica definitely doesn't remember. But I don't think she thought that, okay, so that's why she hit him. Okay. But I don't think she thought that I forget. It was so long ago. the autopsy. What's interesting to me is that, and it's probably because Carby probably forgot to put it. Veronica carved a scythe into Casey's side. Which is exactly what she's gonna do to Kenneth Jesperson too. It's gonna be her little calling card. You want to call her Reaper, then she's gonna leave that as the mark. Dust slate, missing person. Here's something even around. Spotted by the Raiders. Okay, this is a lot longer than that, but okay. What? That's not what she said. That's not what Veronica said. She said that Casey wanted Phoenix to call her, or Phoenix wanted Casey to call him. This is my favorite part about looking at police reports on NoPixel, is because you get to see how things get lost in translation. Because that's not what Veronica said. At all. This isn't your fight anyway. But like, these are the texts. That was not what Veronica said in the slightest. That is that's what's amusing to me. Is like, that's not what Veronica said. She did not say that Casey has done G6 with Phoenix. She said that she knows that Casey does G6. And that she wanted Phoenix wanted her to reach out to him. Casey and Kenneth Jesperson were in Tree Watch taunting Veronica Westfield. Veronica and the Raiders located Kenneth and Casey, which led to a gunfight on Great Ocean Highway. They thought that Flynn went to the hospital. That's interesting. Ooh, Phoenix's phone subpoena. number. Trying to figure out numbers. What's this number? Yeah, it's Alice that's texting with him. And that, okay. In a roundabout way, yeah. Because Veronica probably would have found a way to kill her in prison. Let's see. He mentioned he did nothing, he didn't go. And while we're not recording the secure objects. Interesting. Interesting. Doesn't matter now because he's fucking dead, but... How's this all going? We're just reviewing everything because we are meant to be meeting with Gates at some point this afternoon. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, the whole time that she's been sitting over here, she did look up when she heard a car go into the water, and she looked up when she heard a motorcycle. Let's see. I did meet someone named Alessandra. I did meet that person. Yeah, kind of crazy. How'd you meet them? My ex-best friend, I guess his wife knows this person. I guess they don't get along. Exo's friend need to see more. Some loser named Mason Calaway. He's a complete bozo. Not only did he shoot me in the face a month ago, but you know, that's a cherry on top of the terrible things he's tried to do with me or do to me. Pretty sure she reached out to me. I think she got my number through the lemon list because she heard I had some beef with Mason and stuff. She's like, you want to talk about your feelings? Let's see. Could have happened, I guess. I don't really remember it. Yeah, she looked up, saw the motorcycle, assumed it was idle because she saw the pink hair. Yeah, someone just absolutely sent their car into the water, and stream didn't see it because I had this up the whole time. Oh. Interesting. I mean, did you? No, of course. I never murdered anybody. This person was trying to blackmail me. Don't know. I got a mysterious phone call from them in which they used like a little one of those deep sounding voices and they said you're gonna do what I ask, otherwise blah blah blah. They just wanted a picture of Veronica. I thought that wasn't too crazy given that and the other thing. Do you know who this person is? Because fuck Mason, he's dead to me. We were not friends for a good while before that. Interesting. That's what they call Veronica. That's what they call Mason's girlfriend or wife now, I guess. Veronica who? Westfield. Okay, I imagine this is all tied up in Mason's bullshit. That's kind of why I was just kind of, you know, trying to get along with it to the point. Was a second it became crazy. I said, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, this is typical of something Mason would get himself wrapped into. That guy's a fucking psychopath. This guy has serious problems. I mean, he's so obsessed with this little gang he's in. He's hurt so many people close to him. I mean, he shot me on top of a hill up in Mirror Park. Not probably like a month and a half ago, you know, shortly before all this stuff spun up. I always thought the whole, you know, person calling me, threatening me was related to that incident because he was so pissed off at me. He shot me then. He's done other horrible things to me personally. I hate the guy. He used to be my best friend. Is that why he said nice plan? I don't know why. I don't know why. I still don't know what that means. He texted me nice plan. He just said shit. So I just said XOXO. At this point, I just like fucking poking his little, you know, I'm sick of him just being an asshole to me. Wait, really? You know, just casual things. Oh, they intended to hurt people. It's mostly centered around Veronica and Mason. seemed like she had a. Seems like she was that I wonder whoever. I guess it could have. No. Our conversations again pretty brief. You know, anytime you touch that thing, a bunch of little motorcycle gang members follow, and it's not really worth my time. Alright, so that's that report. We still have a bunch to go through. Do we have any more drinks? We do not have any more drinks. This is fine. This is fine. Veronica Westfield, text from Dust's phone. Okay, so we've already seen these. This is the phone subpoena. 7 days delayed. Yeah, so that's Mason's subpoena. The weapons tip-off. Let's see. Hey, found something at Xerox here. Could be important. Smiley face, spade. Oh, Mason. And this is the 911. Gunfight when a 911 came in saying that someone had been shot near the lighthouse. Here's what's getting Veronica, right? Is all the evidence over here, and there's no photo of, like, blood evidence or anything like that over at the lighthouse. That's what's getting her. Anonymous 911's for Spade. Now, this is what Veronica did. And Veronica was very methodical in how she wrapped it up, too. However, I will say, Veronica was not on the water when she was posting these. She was watching from a distance as, like, PD was scrambling and not finding what she left. Yeah, and then that's like the... What's hilarious about the knife is that it was Emperor Quinn's knife that Veronica used. I didn't know that at the time until I saw this report. I did not know it was Ember's knife until I saw this report. And then warrant apprehension. We found it somewhere. Veronica has a tendency to keep knives that she finds. Duke Ramsey. James Callahan. This is a very long statement that I don't want to read through. Is there anything in the box? Just the radio. What the fuck? They didn't check Mason's keys. I got the radio wrong on that. What's funny is all of that has Mason's ID attached to it. It's wild. It's Mason, not me. Okay. Anyway. That was a lot to go through. That was a lot to go through. Veronica's just like, damn. Okay. And again, she totally has a backpack with her. Let's see. Fuck it. We're going against the dice. I'm doing great. Veronica is Veronica. The other thing too, Duke apologized to Mason last night for him finding out about stuff in the cells from Aaron Carter, and then Mason walked off. And V is just like, I think he's still upset with me. God damn it. For not telling him that I knew. Because Veronica's known that tidbit of information that Mason found out in the cells. She's known about it for a minute. Because Duke told her. And she kept it to herself. And like, generally she does not keep things from Mason. But like, in her mind, it's like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Yeah. I mean, be careful where your bike gets disabled. Okay, because here's the thing, Veronica's not even allowed to have like a wrench on her. I just want my bike. I just want my bike. I remember when Finn used to make jokes about how Veronica and Kiki should just take out the Panthers with their bare hands. Haha. just enough. Do we want to leave it at the lighthouse, or do we want to leave it at the steps to the lighthouse to make it clear that it's not a warning for Norman, but it's a warning for other people? What do you guys think? Do we leave it at the top of the stairs, or do we just bring it all the way over to the lighthouse? Oh, where's my book? Where's my book? Yeah, I think leaving at the top of the stairs. Actually, we'll put the note scene down first because that's longer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. I thought I did the thing where I put it too far in the ground. I mean, if they want to take something that doesn't belong to them, Veronica's just kind of like, have fun with the poison. You never said I can't have that. Alright, let's go see if there's food open. Mason's gonna divorce her. She doesn't stay away from this damn place. God damn it. A fucking coyote took out the bike. Look. Look, sauce. She can't help it. Besides, it's it's also an important place to Mesa and Veronica. At least the other side of it. The hillside is, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So she can have the hillside. She just can't have the lighthouse. I see how it is. Is it because she admitted to the murder in a note? Is that what it is, Sauce? Is it because she admitted to the murder in a note? Is that why Mason would want her to stay away from there? God, this bike is not gonna make it back down to the city. It's fine. He's just gonna find other reckless things to do. Because her mental health roles have not been great. Not in the slightest. Also, I think did I point this out on stream? I don't remember if I pointed this out on stream. But you've never had Veronica and Mason crash out at the same time. And I'm morbidly curious about how awful that would go. I think I did talk about this on stream. About like, one of them has always been there to reel the other back in before they go too far. Well, that bike is gonna be fucked.
Why don't I call you later and show you?
Oh
Don't be giving me
no.
that shit. I mean, you know she's just my baby mama.
Is there anyone we know that can bring us a repair kit?
Come on, baby. You know I want to get real dirty with you. Yeah. Put on your nasty black mask with that.
Patrick would never. That driving in the snow is awful. It's even worse when you can't steal a car because you're out on bail. Why does that car sound like a gauntlet? Why do those cars sound like gauntlets? I have to wonder, right? Where the heck you find broken bottles now? Because I know that people have Molotovs and shit. Unless they're getting them from cargoes. See, I see the blood on her hand and I'm like, man, we could have her go get stitches, but there's probably no doctors around. Alright. I'll grab a bicycle. I miss doing crime. It's the worst part about bail is that you can't do crime, man. I mean, you can, you just can't get caught. Veronica just wants to boost. She wants to go boost, she wants to go roof run. She's losing her mind having to not do that stuff when she's awake. Until trial. And a judge hasn't picked it up yet, so at least as of when I looked at it. Until trial or until a plea deal. Which, if they are offered a plea deal, it's gonna come down to a club decision on if she and Mason take it. Part of me really wants Grayson, like Nathaniel Grayson, to take the case for it to go to trial and for him to just tear Veronica a new one in court.
Here's your
Is this
holy
the last
beverages.
one?
Yes,
Oh
it is.
my
It's
Hey,
been blessed.
could I get a
Here's your
couple
holy
combos
meals.
with the chicken thighs and
In
the
the Father, the Son,
boba
and Holy
tea?
Spirit,
Oh,
amen.
man.
You've been blessed, my holy. May you be safe.
Beautiful. Thank you so
God
much.
bless. Yes, thank you.
You can tap whenever you're ready,
So
sir.
sorry, coming through. So
I like
What did
sorry.
this holy child ask for, Father?
It's a good game.
2 combos.
All right. Hello, sister.
Hello, Jesus. Good job, Jesus.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing okay.
Hello, my holy child. How are you today?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Can I
How
get
are you
4
doing,
Oh,
combos,
God
Jesus?
bless.
please?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Here you are, my child.
Of course.
And here are your meals in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Hey,
God
thanks.
bless.
What is going
Yes.
on?
What did this holy child get,
4
Father?
combos.
God bless.
You can tap when you're ready, ma'am.
Hmm.
Hello, my holy child. How are you?
Doing okay.
Here are your beverages. And here are your meals, my holy child. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. God bless.
Amen.
God bless. Sister, how did the interview go?
Tommy Tinker's been around lately.
She having hearing problems, Father?
Forgot we don't have a vehicle here. Time to get the bicycle out. Someone was boosting in that garage. To sound like PD was methodically going up the garage. Alright, bicycle. Or, no, we won't just leave her bike there. I don't know why I still have like the worst stuffy nose. So let's see. We've spent like $7,000 today. Because the tarot card reading was 5,000. Because one song charges by the card. And we got a 10 card spread done. Nobody needs to know that she spent $5,000 on a tarot card reading. Before anything happens, Veronica's gonna take probably all the money out of her account to, make sure she has some, or at least a good chunk of money out of her account to have money for food and shit. Because, like, she's not dumb. She knows that they're gonna get found guilty one way or the other. Just because of how everything stacks up. You know? The fuck? Why is that just chilling me? Like, she's looking at being over $500,000 in debt. Okay, Veronica, okay. At least for a little bit, she's not gonna be able to do crime to try to work off that debt. Or she does, like, she's gonna have to, like, not get caught. God damn it. Her bicycle's not built for snow. Veronica moments. I want to put this somewhere.
This is too much.
All right. Now we get back to her bike. I was I shouldn't say I was joking. Last night I declared that on my birthday I'm not gonna talk to anybody. I'm gonna be antisocial. Just gonna hunker down, ignore everything, ignore the world. I think I could do it. I think I could ignore everyone for a day. I think I could do it. Ignore everyone, play video games, not touch any server. I could do it. Surely I could do it. I'm still trying to figure out how to get out of having cake every year on my birthday. I've been trying every year since I was like 10 to be like, no, we're not having cake. But it never goes my way. I'm like, yeah, I'll do dinner. I don't want cake. I've never liked birthday cake. Fun fact. Like, don't get me wrong, I like cake. I've just never liked birthday cake on my birthday. At least now that I'm turning 30, I've gotten people to stop singing happy birthday. Because I've never liked it. I've never been a fan of being the center of attention. Like, where it's just like, all the attention's on me. I've just never been a fan. That's why I've always been like, man, if I ever get married, that's gonna be a problem, isn't it? It's like, that's by design, a whole day about you and the person you're marrying. But she's like, yeah, no, I've never liked being sung to on my birthday. It's not that I like don't like my birthday. I like my birthday. I just don't like the attention. What can we get up to while we try to figure out when this meeting is going to happen? See, I feel like this year it's especially bad because, like, I have no issue with going into my 30s. I have an issue with turning 30. I had the same thing when I turned 20. It's not that I had an issue of going into my 20s. It's that I specifically did not like turning 20. There's something about having a 0 at the end of your age that just, I don't know. It's one of those weird things for me. It's like, I'll be fine turning 31 next year in 2026. Yeah, I turned 30 on the 11th. It's just like, for me, right? Like in 2026, if I'm turning 31, I'll be fine. It's like, whatever. There's just something about turning 30. No, see, Storm, my problem is they insist on putting candles on the cake. I don't want candles on the cake. I just want the cake. Just give me the cake. We don't have to go through this whole candle nonsense. We can just have cake. It's been my thing since I was like 14 or 15 of like, why can't we just have cake? Why do we have to put candles on it? You can never remember how old you are. Valid. My whole thing is just like, I don't know, it's just, I'm weird. I know that I am. It's like, I don't, like, I genuinely don't have an issue with my birthday. It's just, it's the attention. I used to, I can remember very vividly. I can remember very vividly. I want to say it was maybe my 9th or 10th birthday party. And mind you, I didn't want a birthday party. I hated birthday parties. Actually, no. I liked the party aspect and like all the fun activities and stuff. I didn't like when it was time to sing. Every year, without fail, when I heard my mom talking about how it was time for cake, I would go hide. Because I thought, in my child brain, that if I went and hid, that they would just have the cake without me. One year, I remember, my birthday party was at the firehouse. Usually my birthday parties were at the firehouse. There's a nice hall upstairs, and my mom was in charge of doing the rentals and stuff for it. And I remember I went and I hid in the bathroom. Like, feet up on the toilet, door locked, hid in the bathroom. And my cousin, who is just a little over a year older than me, ratted me out. She said, "Melissa's in the bathroom hiding." I was like, little kid me in my head is just like, "Fuck you, you bitch." Not those words, but like the kid equivalent of just like, you rat. You absolute rat. Why would you do this to me? So, you know, that happened. Wait, when you were 12, you were on vacation, your parents told you, they'll tell you told the hotel that you're at, it was your birthday. Okay, that's like my worst nightmare smashing. That's my absolute worst nightmare right there. I hear dogs barking. I hear dogs barking. That is my absolute worst nightmare. It's the little one barking. Oh God. No, thank you. But yeah, no, I was joking last night that I'm gonna ignore everyone on my birthday. I'm not gonna get on any server. I'm gonna just hibernate. Because my birthday's on a Saturday this year, so I could, in theory, do that. Am I going to? Probably not. Is the dream to one day celebrate my birthday? The 11th. Is the dream to one day just be off the grid for the day and talk to nobody? Absolutely. That would be an ideal day. Don't have to talk to anybody until you want to. Who the flip? Okay. Yeah, we're exactly smashing. I did do a birthday stream last year though. I did do that. But this year I'm just kind of feeling a lot more low key. Right? Like this year I'm just feeling a lot more low key. Like the last couple years I've done birthday streams. I think I did 2023 and 2024 I did birthday streams. But this year I'm feeling a lot more low key about it. We'll see if I stick to that come day of. Maybe we do a little stream. Maybe we do a little stream day of. Well, we'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see what RP has to say. Imagine the court case gets scheduled for my 30th birthday. Imagine. Imagine. I can't get out of it because Oops, we accidentally... It's the only day that everyone's available. Smile. Imagine. Happy birthday! Yeah, Veronica canonically hates January 11th. Because that is not her birthday. I mean, canonically she hates her actual birthday. But, you know. What's funny is Sauce's birthday is a month after mine. His is, I think, February 11th. I think that's also Mason. Yeah, that is also Mason's birthday. And fun fact, Cecilia's birthday, one of my Onyx characters, her birthday is January 7th. So. That's a fun little one. I don't know what to do. I'm leaning back, so I don't even know how well you're hearing me right now. I don't know what to do right now. Like, who all... Like... You pretend it's only the character's birthday? See, part of the reason why I could not, like, age Veronica up by 5 years is because her birthday is actually a key thing for the character. Fun fact. Looking for a non-serious lawyer in parks around. Like, none of our, like, people that we hang out with are around. How else am I even supposed to remember how old the character is? You know, that's fair. That's fair. But, I don't know. Maybe we end here, because, like, I just went live because we were doing the tarot card reading. And I like to have those recorded. Get some sleep. Yeah, I just like having the tarot card readings recorded. But, like, really there's no one around, so I might just dip until people are free for the meeting with Gates. Smart smashing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream. Because really we just went live for the tarot card reading and to go through the docket stuff. And we send it over to Charlie. She did the tarot card reading. So we'll send it over to her. We might be back later. We'll see. Depends on stuff. But, bye for now.